Alright, today I'll be doing What If Naruto Was OP. And yeah, this may be one of my first videos. Oh no, I deleted a couple. So, it's all gonna start off with the Nine Tails attack. And this time, Naruto's gonna have the full Nine Tails. That's basically about it. Oh yeah, and Naruto's gonna have like photographic memory, so he can do scrolls, and he's not gonna really have a like nature release. So yeah, and before Minato died, he told the third Hokage to please not tell anyone about the Nine Tails, but Danzo told. So yeah, so people are gonna like really hate Naruto, but he's not really gonna care. He's just gonna have that laid back, he's gonna be that laid back kind of person that doesn't really care. And then in the academy, he's already gonna be like Jonin level. But not Kakashi. But he's gonna be pretty good. He's not really gonna talk to anyone except Shikamaru and Choji, but he's gonna be smarter than Shikamaru. So yeah, he's gonna have like 300 IQ, and I'm pretty sure Shikamaru only has like 200, 150 maybe. But that's still pretty high, And so when Naruto was just walking through the village, a gang of people just decided to just try and beat Naruto up, push him into this alley. But Naruto, he had enough of people trying to bully him, so he just straight up does a Madara versus the Shinobi forces. That's what he was doing. Like, he was slapping. And by the way, guys, this is gonna be like pretty bad. It's like my first video. I'm doing it on my phone, and I was just like, what the heck? Why don't I just make one? And so yeah. So first day of the academy, everyone's getting like getting to know each other, and then people are like, all the girls are like all over Sasuke, and yeah. So Naruto, getting tired of this, he jumps into the crowd and grabs Sasuke and jumps out, and he says, "Hey, you want to fight?" And Sasuke, being like the guy he is, he's like, in his head, he's like, man, I could beat this guy easy. He won't even touch me. So Naruto feels this, he's thinking, oh crap, this guy's, I thought he was just, regular, cocky and stuff. But nope, this guy thinks he could take on the world and not lose. So everyone is like voting for Sasuke to win. The boys who don't like Naruto, like, they don't really like Sasuke, but they don't like Naruto. And so when they start fighting, Sasuke, the moment he blinks, Naruto is gone. He's like right behind him, and he just shoves his face into the ground. And Sasuke, in his head, he's like, there's no way this kid's that fast. And then Naruto let him go, jump back to his original spot, and everyone's like, how do you go? How do you go there? Did he teleport? And Sasuke gets up with bloody nose and everything. He's like, how'd you learn that dope? And then Naruto just like, what's wrong? You didn't see me? I thought the Uchiha were supposed to be prodigies. And Sasuke was getting real mad. He was ready to kill Naruto at this point. So he runs at him. And when he punches him, he's aiming for the face. Naruto just dodges and punches him in his ribs, cracking a little, breaking them. And Naruto, he's just like, is that the best you can do? And everyone's like, man, there's no way. Sasuke must be holding back. So they're yelling like to Sasuke, going like, don't worry, we'll handle this. And then they all run at Naruto except, Shikamaru and Choji. Kiba being the guy, trying to be Hokage even though he can't. That side character. And so he's gonna be the first one to try and hit Naruto, but Naruto just weaves, punches him in his nose. He's just crying on the floor. Everyone sees this, and they're like, huh, you just got lucky. And they're charging at him, and then he's just dodging, punching him. Yeah, basically, I don't want to keep on saying this, but Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance. And so, yeah. Hold on. Let me just get a water real fast. Alright. And, basically, yeah, he's just bodying the class, so Sokka and Ino are like, huh, y'all are trash. We're probably the best ones here. We could take Naruto down easy. And Sasuke is looking at him like, maybe they could. And when they both try and go after Naruto, I'm gonna say, I made him have no releases, so should he have swift release? If I do another one, I might give him swift release. So anyways, he just catches both of their fists, jumps up, kicks them. Like, Ino's on the right, Sakura's on the left, uses his right and left leg. And Sasuke is wowed by this. And Mizuki, he planned on having the whole school see Naruto get, beat up. So everyone's looking in the windows. You got some people, like, around the training ground. They couldn't, they were, like, in a lower grade than Naruto, or whatever kind of classes or whatever they said they were in. And the council is also watching. I'm gonna say that the third Hokage, he has a bigger magic ball or whatever. So yeah, they're just watching through that. And Guy's team, he's gonna be looking through the ball, and Neji, Tenten, and Lee, they're gonna be watching too. And Guy's gonna be like, that's the power of youth. And yeah, Neji's sort of impressed. This, like, if he trains before he gets out of the academy, he could be at my level. Lee's like, like he could be like a good opponent because I know Neji might not think anything, but I'm pretty sure Lee and Neji could have a good fight. And Tintin, she's just sort of like that side character, but she's not as useless as Sakura. Ino actually does something, so Sakura, she sort of steps up in Boruto. Anyways, he turns to Sasuke, and Sasuke's in his head, he's like hyping himself up, like, I could beat this kid anytime. He's just the lame Uzumaki. And he said that out loud, like, lame Uzumaki. And, Sasuke doesn't know, like, how angry he just made, like, Naruto. Like, Naruto's ready to, be like, KO. And, basically, Sakura's mom, she's, like, mad. She's, like, really mad. She's screaming and stuff. And, they had to take her out of the room. And, yeah, I don't know if Ino's parents are in the council. I'm just gonna say they're not because, I think they were pretty cool, and it was pretty sad when they... Spoilers. When, Ino's dad died in the Fourth Great Shinobi War. Madara Nobito kills him. And anyways, Naruto, he's not even trying to hype himself up. He'll like, man, I'll slap Sasuke. Sasuke is garbage. And right now, I don't think that Uchiha massacre happened. So yeah, he's not like that. That guy who just sitting there trying to act cool and stuff. So yeah. And Naruto, he blitzes Sasuke. He's just wiping the floor with him. Sasuke tries to throw a punch, and then when he did that, he got a chakra enhanced punch to the rib cage, or to the ribs, and Sasuke really felt it. Like, he was like either on the edge of, he's thinking in his head, I'm either going to die or I'm gonna get knocked out. But then he's like, no, this guy couldn't kill me. He's garbage. And Naruto, he sees this expression, like, he's showing it on his face, like, he still thinks he can win. So Naruto, he goes back, he jumps back, and he's like, I'm gonna show you one of the jutsus I learned. And to everyone else watching, this is me telling you that I'm not weak. And he does the Shadow Clone Jutsu. If you're wondering, how he learned it, he's seen the Hokage do some hand signs, the Shadow Clone, and he see this and he was like, that could be a really useful jutsu. So he says, Shadow Clone Jutsu, and everyone's like, this weeb really thinks that he can do the Shadow Clone Jutsu? And like, let me say, I don't want to make 100, I want, or 50. Sorry to people who like really, really like OP characters, but I'm gonna say he makes 20. That's still good though. And Sasuke's like, what? And they all kick Sasuke, and he flies up in the air, and they jump up, hit him towards the ground, and then Naruto, one of the Shadow Clones, is behind him. They grab his arms and kick him like in his like back, and Yeah, he's really feeling the pain now. And you know, like how in the primary Lotus, I think it's called, how like he's flying behind him, and then he's gonna slam him down. Yeah, that's basically what Naruto's doing right now, except without the bandages. But that's gonna be part of his outfit. He doesn't wear orange or anything like that. So he is just, Sasuke. He stopped gassing himself up, you know, and then uh, what's her name? Sakura gets back up. Look at me. I almost forgot the useless girl already. And so yeah. And Sakura's like, stop trying to be cool, Naruto. And Naruto, after, just bullying Sasuke. I mean, Sasuke's knocked out at this point. He's seeing stars, bro. He turns around, looks at Sakura. Sakura sees Sasuke, my boy isn't even moving. So she's like, you're not that strong. You probably cheated. Ino's thinking about this, and then she says, yeah, and Ino's thinking, was that really the right call? And, Naruto just peers behind both of them, slams their heads together, and they're knocked out. Kiba also gets back up. I'm trying to end this already. And, he's like, you just got lucky, kid. And then he tries to blitz Naruto, but Naruto, like, he probably can see as fast as the three Tomoe Sharingan. And he just looks at Kiba. Kiba tries throwing a punch, just hits him in his stomach. And, Kiba, he just wiped it. And everyone's looking like, bro, this man just wiped out his whole class. Except Shikamaru and Choji. Let's say there were teams, and, Shikamaru and Choji, they were on his side. So, yeah. And hold on. Hold that thought. Okay. I might need to go. I might play some games or something. Anyways, I might make a Discord. I'm not even gonna lie. Because sometimes it'd be getting boring. Coronavirus. I still gotta go to school wearing a mask. It's kind of boring. But, I got the boys. We be chilling. But we still gotta switch classes. But, yeah. We usually meet up at the end of the day. And, so yeah, after Naruto just humiliated that class, he's power hungry, not like he wants more jutsus because, all he did was his Shadow Clone jutsu. And Mizuki notices this, but by the way, his power hungry, his want for new jutsus isn't as much as Orochimaru, looking like my boy hasn't seen lotion in ages. But, anyways. So, Naruto, when Mizuki says, hey, Naruto, you want to learn some new jutsus? And he's like, yeah. And by the way, he passed, the clone jutsu. The Nine Tails doesn't really mess with his chakra. And Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I said he had the full 9 tails, but if I didn't, yeah, I'm saying that now. Anyways, Mizuki's like, "Hey Naruto, you want some more jutsus?" And you know, he Naruto turns around like, "Huh? More jutsus? Huh? Huh?" And then Mizuki's like, "Yeah, just steal the scroll's ceiling." And Naruto's like looking at him like he's retarded. And he says, "Okay." And then he goes to the third Hokage, says it, and he says, "Hey, we should catch Mizuki in the act because all he wants is jutsus." And third Hokage knows what he's trying to do, but yeah. And he takes the scroll of healing, goes to the outside Konoha, and yeah, he's waiting there, and he opens the scroll, and I'm gonna say he takes more after the fourth Hokage and the second Hokage, just slapped together. I'm gonna say he sort of looks like Boruto, but his barber didn't do him wrong. So yeah, if I ever go into Boruto, his haircut isn't gonna look like there was a mistake, so they had to cut it all off. And to be fair, they didn't do Gaara justice either. The two Jinchuriki, they didn't get that justice. Killer Bee is still golden, bro. But yeah, so he opens scroll ceiling. He sees flying Raijin. I'll make him have like where he doesn't have to throw any kunai. I don't really know. I'll try and think of a reason why he doesn't need to, but yeah. So he could just teleport. Just accept it. And he doesn't need to throw any kunai. What he sometimes will, throws a kunai and everyone's like, "Oh, it's just a kunai." He teleports, slaps him, bro. Or you can just teleport right in front of him and, do that. But, yeah, learns Flying Raijin. And second Hokage, for him, I don't know what it's called, but it's like he makes like a drill of water and he slams it into your stomach. So yeah, he's gonna do that. And he perfected the water dragon jutsu. So he just slaps his hands together and water just appears. Like he doesn't need to be near any water source. So yeah. How long has this been? 23 minutes? Okay. And sorry, I was getting some water. And so he's just he's just chilling, bro. He's like waiting for music. He's still reading some scrolls. Oh yeah, he also knows wind bullet, water bullet. He mainly focuses on water and wind because he really likes those two. Oh yeah, and fire. He knows fire majestic flames. I think fireball jutsu, fire phoenix flower jutsu. I think that's called. And so yeah, this is gonna get not Itachi's, but Shishui's attention. He's also gonna have this like sword that's like has seals, so only he can pick it up. And he's gonna have like, how Sasuke, he was just wondering, he had this little like cape or whatever. Yeah, he's gonna have something like that. It's not gonna be orange. Oh yeah, I forgot to get to his outfit. So he's gonna have ombu pants with tape on the bottom, and he's gonna have like this it's like Minato, like he has a Hokage thing on him. It's like a little Hokage thing, and with like chainmail armor or whatever it is. And so yeah, and he's running. He's not. I mean, he's not running, but yeah, Iruka, he's going to get himself clapped by Mizuki somehow, even though Naruto just, pulled out them Shadow Clone Jutsu. He gets 100, yeah. Anyways, Water, I'm gonna say he knows, Water Prison or whatever, and he's gonna be the one who creates, he sees Shidori, and it says, like, only people with, like, the Sharingan or Byakugan should use this jutsu because it causes tunnel vision. And he's like, man, I'll fix that. And, yeah. What should I get him? He has Gale problem and, like, wind breakthrough or something. And just because I want to say he has, like, he has gloves. Like, he can still do that Takno Jutsu, but, it's only gonna be to people he did to canon. Like, the people who actually changed, like, the people who didn't change, he's just gonna be like, prepare to die. He just, like, doesn't care anymore. Just like, so yeah, Gara, he still changes. Peanut Head, Peanut Boy. Yeah. So, tell me if you guys comment if you want me to be playing games in the background. If I can do that. I mean, I know it's possible, but, I probably won't be able to, but I'll try. And, yeah. So, Mizuki shows up, and, he pulls out Shadow Clone Jutsu. Actually, no, he doesn't even need to pull out the Shadow Clone Jutsu. He just claps Mizuki, bro. And Iruka doesn't even get that, little spine. Because he doesn't even care about Naruto like that. Actually, he does. Because I have to admit, I sort of, Iruka was that guy who shows up when you're upset. He's that guy, And, alright, so, when they're, he already has his, headband. I'm gonna say, how Boruto, he had Sasuke's thing, in the very beginning, it said he was talking like he's still a shinobi. He had that scratch. He's not gonna have that, actually. He will. Because for some reason I still find that cool. I'm not a Sasuke fan, but I'm just saying, like, technically Naruto gave him that, so that's why looking cool, bro. And, how Luffy, that's giant X scar or whatever you want to call it, he has on his chest? Yeah, he's gonna have that. He's sort of gonna dress like Luffy, like the chainmail armor. It exposes his, his six pack. Gotta make him buff, or not buff, but you gotta have the six pack if you're gonna be that main antagonist. And also, yeah, that's probably all. Should I make him? He's gonna have more chakra. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna say Namikaze have chakra like that. And if he does have a kicking, if it would be, I would say he can, if someone like Lee is running, I mean, he's gonna be faster than Lee because he workouts still. He has like a level 16, gravity seal. He got taught by the third Hokage that, because he was just like, hey, if you were ever training, what kind of are there any seals you would use? And Hokage was like, gravity seals, but I don't really do that anymore. And so yeah, and no one even knows Naruto's true power. Kakashi will though. Kakashi, I'm not gonna say he gets bodied, but I don't know. I don't know if he should be able to be able to win against Naruto, because I'm still trying to make him win. And when they're calling, when he has a headband, he goes like, Team 7, Naruto Uzumaki, Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha. And Naruto's not gonna get all happy, he's just gonna be sitting there, half asleep. Sakura's gonna be like, why do you have to be on my team? And tries to punch him. And before she throws a punch, he looked at her and said, if you throw a punch at me, I'm gonna slam your big head into the floor. Like, into the wood. And Sakura's like, I'm stronger than you. And she throws the punch, And guess what? Her head magically goes through the floor. And everyone's like, bro, is she even alive at this point, bro? Her head, man. So she's not really bleeding, but she's like crying. And Ruka's like, why'd you do that? He goes like, did you not just see her throw a punch at me? And then he looks at the class and says, well, you did warn her. And he's like, I did. If she throws another punch, there's gonna be another hole in the floor. You know what I mean? It's gonna be another hole in the floor. And so Bell says, no. They're gonna be like, Kakashi's gonna show up late. And Naruto's not gonna be there. He went to get some ramen. And he walks in the door. And he's like, hey guys, I'm sorry I'm a little late than I said I was. See, there was a black cat. And Kakashi's like, I saw a black cat too. And, they're talking like, yeah, they're, they already boys. And so they go on the roof, and Naruto and Kakashi, they body flicker. And so Kakashi and Sasuke are surprised. Sakura, being the stupid, big-headed girl she is, she's gonna be like, how they do that? And, Sasuke's gonna be like, gonna be all mad and stuff, like, how that dope be able to do the body flicker before me and Uchiha Elite. And, don't really care about that Sasuke, except Sasuke fans and Sakura fans. Well, never mind. Sakura doesn't really have fans, so R.I.P. non-Sakura fans. You know what I mean? Like, no one really cares. I mean, not but Sakura fans that never existed. So to the bell test, everyone's gonna be looking at Naruto because he's just eating that bowl of ramen. Kakashi's, well, no, he's not gonna be there on time. Kakashi's gonna be walking. He's like, "Hey guys, where's Naruto?" And Naruto, they waited 20 more minutes, and then Naruto shows up with the bowl of ramen in his hand. He was just eating it, and he has 2 more bowls, and he's like, "Hey guys, you want some? You guys want some?" Sakura tries smacking it, but he just dumps the ramen in his bowl. It, throws it into a trash can. There's a trash can where they're at. I'm just gonna say, plot. And Sasuke tries to do the same thing. Same thing happens. He's over here eating, and he pulls out one for Kakashi. Kakashi gladly eats it. Everyone's looking at him like Sakura and Sasuke are looking at him like, "Are you retarded?" And and Kakashi's like, "So, why didn't you come here in time?" And he's like, "Oh, speaking that, so 2 things happened. One, an old lady, she dropped her stuff and it had to run around the village trying to find her. And because, I didn't notice until, I was like, hey, didn't the old lady have that?" And everyone's already thinking, like, this man. Kakashi's like, "That's my boy." And then secondly, he's like, also, I was about to pick up this 1 penny, but it wasn't on head, so yeah. What I usually do when I do that, I have to do like 100 push-ups sit-ups and squats, One Punch Man. And I'm still waiting for that 3rd season. I'm pretty sure. 3rd season. It's not coming out a 2nd, right? I think it's 3rd season that hasn't come out yet. And so, Kakashi explains the bell test. And already Naruto's like, "Oh, so I gotta use teamwork with these guys." And, he's thinking, wait, if I give them the bells, both of them the bells, it technically counts as teamwork. So, yeah, they jump away in the, tree. Naruto, he's just sitting there, like, he finishes ramen, and Kakashi's like, you are one of the best here. And Sasuke, he's like, he's like, getting all mad and stuff. And Sakura's about to scream. No, he's not. But, she, at this, so far, she's smart enough to know not to do that. And she's like, "Sasuke, I know you're better than him. Don't worry. Kakashi's just lame." And, Sasuke's, he's sort of listening to her. Because he's like, "Man, I'm an Uchiha elite. Of course I'm better than this dope." And Naruto's like, "Hold that thought." Finish. He gets, this stuff. Like, he's like, scraping his bowl to get all the ramen and stuff out. And then he throws it away. And then he's like, "I think I'm close to your league." And Kagashi's like, "But you're not even getting. Well, you're getting, but I can send you back anytime." And he's like, "That's true, but are you?" And then Kakashi's like, am I? And then they start fighting. And Kakashi can barely see some of the punches Naruto's throwing, so, he pulls up the headband. And you're probably like, huh, why would he do that so soon? Because he was like, at the very beginning, he says, if you guys overwhelm me, I'm going to have to use my secret weapon. And then Naruto's looking at him. I'm going to say he has a little sense. He has, like, pretty good sensory ninjutsu. So he's going to be like, in his head, he's going to be like, so he has the Sharingan. But not being an Uchiha. He probably can't turn it off. Because he's not a pureblood. And so, Sasuke and Sakura, they don't know what he meant. So, yeah, they're over here having a good taijutsu battle. Sasuke is like, he has the Sharingan? How? Sakura's like, what's the Sharingan? And Sasuke has to explain the details. And he's over here boxing with Kakashi. They having that good taijutsu battle. Like, the type where you can barely even see them, my guy. So, yeah. That's gonna happen. And he still has, like, his outfit, like Sasuke, but with Anbu pants. I think Sasuke may have Anbu pants. And, he has the little scratch, slash across, leaf symbol. And, yeah. And he's also, when he pulls out the sword, he's like sort of better than Shishui. And Shishui and Itachi and Danzo and the two other elders with third Hokage, they're watching this and they're like, crap. And then he goes away, Naruto jumps away and he's like, he summons the Shadow Clone and then he does fire style. He just slaps his hands together and he says, fire style, majestic flames or something like that. And then when all of it comes out, he does Gale Palm. The Shadow Clone does Gale Palm. And then that makes an even bigger fireball. I'm gonna say he's sort of like the reincarnate. No, that curse is broken. So yeah, we're not getting that. I'm sorry if y'all want to be like, but what about Sasuke? You gotta make him good. No, we're making Naruto OP. And even if this doesn't seem OP enough for you, you guys must be like, oh, crap. Where's all the Kekkei Genkai? Why doesn't he have the Byakugan, Sharingan? Yeah, that's not happening. Why doesn't he have Chakra Chain? No. I'm sorry. That's dead. That died with Kushina. Or Kushina. I don't know. I think I just said the same thing. Anyways, why he's fast. He's like fast as Minato. Crap, I'm trash at Naruto's parents' names. And Kakashi, I'm gonna say he doesn't even know Minato had a child. So yeah. So basically, he pulls out that flying writing, so he can teleport without using the kunai. So teleports away, and after that, the flames and Gale Palm, Kakashi is sort of weakened at this point, and Sasuke's thinking, how would he do that? And then Naruto's like, this is just a little bit of this jutsu I've been working on. And you must be wondering, what is it? Everyone's leaning at their seats, in the council. And, more people are like, all the teams are watching. He's like, hey, you know that one jutsu you made? Like, only one you probably made? Shidori? And Kakashi's like, yes, you need the Sharingan for that. Let's say I perfected that. And he says, Naruto style. Purple, right here or something. And then purple lightning starts shooting out. He's like, huh. So you really think you perfected it because you changed the color? And, Naruto starts, running full speed. He didn't take off anyway, so he's still fast. And then he starts running full speed. And before he did that, he Kakashi, he made a shadow clone. So he's like, he has television. This shadow clone will easily take him out. So when he's about to punch him, Naruto walks, and he's like, no tunnel vision. And then he takes care of that shadow clone, and then he stabs Kakashi. Not like in a vital spot, but somewhere he'll probably get knocked out. He's not gonna get like that a scar or anything. So yeah, that happens. And Kakashi, before he Naruto did that, he Kakashi put a seal that will knock out his opponent. I'm just saying it because I'm not trying to make, and it only works if you have like your chakra is like coming to like a stop. I mean, not a stop, but like you're running low on some. I'm gonna say that Naruto, he was like close, like he was barely standing after he did purple lightning, and Kakashi notices, so he pulled out that seal. Actually, no, hold on. And he slapped the seal. No, not the seal, but Naruto. He just falls backwards and passes out. Everyone's like, he just took out a Jonin. At this age, how? Kakashi, and before going to sleep, he's like, huh. So I really lost it. They go to the medics. They look at Naruto. They just slap a seal on him that gives his chakra back. And Naruto, he's still asleep, and because none of the doctors really wanted to help Naruto, and they saw how he was healing, and they were like, nine-tailed brat, probably cheated somehow, because they didn't see the fight. And Kakashi, when he wakes up, he doesn't see Naruto. He's like, where's Naruto? He's like, we left him. We just needed to give him some chakra. And Kakashi's like, how this village has fell so far. And yeah. By the way, I'm probably going to be doing either a One Piece or My Hero, what if? Or Black Clover. I don't know. So yeah. Or I might just make part 2 of this. And yeah, so they do all these deep ranked missions, and I think I might clock this over an hour, about an hour. And yeah, so that happens. They do the Zabuza or the Land of Waves arc, and basically when the Demon Brothers pop out, Naruto just blitzes them and ties them up with like a wire. And if he puts down his, he's like, if you lie to me, I will know. And the more I step down, the more the wire will begin to strap around you. They're like, this kid wouldn't. And he says, "So, who do you work for?" "The third Hokage." It goes down like a probably like an inch, and they're like, "I thought you were," and then he was like, "Hey, don't bring up the Leaf Village, the Konoha like that." And then they're like, "This kid's serious," and then they're like, "You probably killed before," and he's like, "When other villagers are trying to kill you, it's either you know they take you away, probably they might torture you, just because you're a Jinchuriki, or because he's whispering this, he's like, they're like, Jinchuriki, and he's like, yeah, why would people come after me? I'm not like, the heir to someone. I don't have Byakugan or Sharingan, so there's really no point of trying to get a normal kid unless they're trying to torture them or do experiments." And they're like, "Fine, we work with." Let's say he said work with and not work for. Actually, no, they said work for. And they say Gato, they work with Zabuza, and then fog starts coming out. He's like, he must be there. And Zabuza, he kills his the demon brothers by throwing their sword, decapitating both of them. And then he lands on his sword, and he's like, you're not that bad, because let's say while they were walking, he was torturing, he killed a white rabbit, and Kakashi, he's like finding a water clone, so when it turns to water, he gets stuck in the water prism jutsu. Naruto's like, "Hey, I can do that jutsu too," and he he throws a kunai, and it had like wind, and Zabuza notices, so he lets go, and he jumps onto the water. Kakashi's trying to recover, and he's like, and like Naruto knows how to walk on water, so he's like, you kid, you're good, but you're not that good. And he says, water style, water dragon jutsu, and he's like, that's pretty cool. Let's say it's like his water prison, like your window. It's probably like if he opened his mouth, it could bite through, like it's like sort of like as big as that or whatever. So Naruto's sitting there, is like, impressive. He said, he claps his hand together. He's like, but it's not as impressive as mine. Slaps his hands together, and he's like, water style, water dragon jutsu. And Zabu's like, let's see how little this thing is. All the water in the lake disappears. I mean, all of it. And let's say Naruto's water dragon jutsu can swallow a house. So yeah, no, man, I think I underestimated Zabuza. Maybe not, but let's say your door, which is just like 5 more inches. That's how big his was, and Naruto's can swallow a house. Not a big house, but a house. Everyone's surprised, so he's like, so they launch each other's, and Zabuza's like, well, it should still not, stop his water dragon. Bro, his water dragon just consumes his and gets a little bigger. And, Zabu's accepting death at this point. And Zabu, Zabu's, yeah. Oh, crap, I forgot that one person's name. That was like a girl, acting like a girl is actually a dude. Haku, I think it was. Yeah, Haku tries to get Zabuza, but Kakashi, throws a kunai, somehow hits him because Haku's really fast. I'm not gonna lie, and so Zabuza dead, and he's thinking, and Naruto's thinking maybe if I combined all the 7 ninja swords, I could have an ultimate sword. You know what I mean? It's like, so let me just forge this with my sword, and it's gonna be kind of OP, and the rest of the metals, like, it's gonna be gone. You know what I mean? No. And Haku's gonna be mad. Like, he's gonna be like, it's time to accept your death. And Sasuke tries to be useful. He's pulling a Sakura and being useless right now. But yeah, that happens, and guess what? Haku completely bodies him, and there's this giant boulder. I'm gonna say he knows that lighten. He could lighten boulders, like the old guy. I'm sorry I don't know his name. If that makes anyone mad, but because I was sad when he died too. Spoiler. I can't believe I said spoiler after I spoiled it. But anyways, yeah, it was really sad when he died. OG Hokage. And well, he wasn't the OG, but he was an OG. Naruto Shippuden or crap. I'm saying everything wrong, aren't I? And basically, he does that. He picks up the boulder, slams it, and I'm gonna say breaks. I mean the ice prism or ice mirrors, and yeah, that's basically it. Haku gets bodied because she doesn't have the ice mirrors out. You know what I mean? And yeah, they go to the water, the land of waves. Gachu's spin shows up, and I'm gonna say Naruto shoots. No, never mind. He doesn't shoot a fireball in the air. But if anyone knows what will happen, what happens when you shoot a fireball in the air, So basically, he doesn't need to shoot a fireball. So he just says Karin or whatever, and then everyone looks up and sees a giant lightning dragon, and he's Kakashi in his head. He's like, one, this guy has to teach me that. Two, how did he even make that? And because Kakashi would know if something like that existed, and he's like, and I'm gonna say there was less people. I'm gonna tell you why. And Gato wasn't there. Some dude's just gonna say, "Hey, we're Gato's men. We're here to kill you." Blah blah blah. S rank ninja that went rogue. They all get killed like that, and some dude just jumps in front of him. Everyone's like, "Watch out!" And he just appears right in front of Kakashi and says, "Hey, you don't wanna hurt me, do you?" Everyone's like, "Huh?" And then everyone's like, let me say there is a flashback, and Kakashi and Third Hokage and some other Jonin were talking, and the dude who came, he says, "Hey guys," he acting like Toby, which was technically Obito, but I think it was like there was this what if, like, or not what if, but a theory that Toby and Obito were like two different people because like they had Obito had this like Zetsu that sort of looked like Toby or resembled. No, and also, he shows up and he's like, the reason why all of you guys all of you don't really, there wasn't that much men with them, is I killed them, and everyone, and Kakashi's like, so that's why I didn't see that much S rank ninjas that went rogue. And he, that guy nods, and then he's like, everyone watch out, not even I could take him. This guy might maybe Hokage level. By the way, what he said was, he knocked out the guard and said, I'm not gonna destroy the hidden leaf or anything, but I could. And then he pulls out the mask, and it's Naruto. I'm gonna say it was Naruto, and he's like, and Kakashi's like mad, like, why would you do that? A threat like that could have got you killed. And he was like, I was bored. And he's like, also, I had to put on Persona in front of Gato. And he's like, why would you do that? To take his money? No. And then Kakashi's just, like, man, that wasn't really a bad idea. He's like, he said, alright, I'm going to split 3 ways. Some towards the village, some towards our village, and some for equipment for me. Because I'm trying to look cool, And then Kakashi, face palms, but he knows his feeling, sort of. And, yeah, when they get back to the Hidden Leaf, they teleport because he made that flying Raijin even better. Kakashi says that there's gonna be the tuning exams, everyone's training, and yeah, if I make a part 2, which I probably will, it's probably gonna happen. Oh crap, I made this over an hour. Well, yeah, I'm probably gonna make another what if right after this. It's probably gonna be Black Clover. So later.